morning, YouTube friends and family. It is Wednesday morning, and we are traveling around Seattle. To be honest, I should have gotten up quite a bit earlier to try to get around some of this traffic. My goodness. But you know, with all this driving, I had to get some good sleep. And I actually did. The animals seemed to sleep well also, so this morning we felt pretty fresh and ready to take on the day. Because today we cross into Canada. We're over halfway there. We've had some hiccups, but we've had a great trip so far. There's just too many cars in the way. I think I got stuck behind Morris Plumbing for 15 minutes or something. I'm sure he's a great plumber, but by the time we separated, I nearly had his phone number memorized. Right now, I've got 12 hours left to drive. So if all goes well, we'll be at the hotel at a decent time tonight. Looks like traffic is picking up a little bit, so I'm gonna get off here and focus. Check in later. So I'm right around Bellingham, Washington right now, and I just saw a sign for the Alaskan Ferry. So I thought I'd talk about that for just a moment. Traveling up to Alaska has been the biggest unknown. As far as actually living in Alaska, we knew we had housing, we knew it was going to be cold, we could deal with that. Everybody laughs because they know how cold I get, so I totally understand that worry. But it's the traveling up there that's been the most stressful, mainly because of the time of the year. It's already snowed in Alaska some. All the mountains I've been traveling through have had snow already, but I've been fortunate enough that it's always been gone by the time I get there. One of the options that we considered at this point was to take the Alaskan Ferry from here almost to Anchorage. This time of year it doesn't quite go all that way anymore, but we did look into it. Time-wise, it would have been about the same, but it would have cost about $2,000 more. The other problem was the pets couldn't stay in the room if you booked one. They had to stay in the car. Now, you would be allowed to go check on them every few hours or so, but I couldn't imagine just leaving them all day long, especially not knowing what the weather was going to do. So that's why I decided to just drive the whole way. So stick around and we'll see how this goes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am now in Canada. The border crossing wasn't too bad, but man, that guy was really intense. Asked how much cash I had in the vehicle. I thought he was gonna try to rob me or something. Not really. Asked how long I was gonna be in Canada. Told him I was traveling to Alaska, so about 2 days. I suppose they're gonna check my passport when I cross back over. Whew. Anyway, they weren't even worried about the dog or the cat. All they cared about is if there were other people in the car. But let me tell you, the scenery is beautiful, and thank goodness my car changes from miles per hour to kilometers per hour just with the click of a button. It's all digital. Ugh. The speed limit right now is 100 kilometers per hour, so I gotta remember it's not that fast. But I definitely want to be certain that I don't give anybody any reason to pull me over. This is gonna be a nice, safe trip. We're gonna go steady. So far, the dog and the cat are great. So yeah, welcome to Canada. Goodness gracious, it is pretty up here. But I'll tell you something I've learned already. These people speed just as much as we do. I am definitely staying under the speed limit. I don't want any reason to get pulled over, and there's been people zipping around me the whole time already. But I'm getting closer to the mountains. Looks like I'm probably going to be going through them here in just a little while. So it looks like I'm going to be going through Fraser Canyon. I have talk and text cell service included with my Verizon plan, but right now I have no data. So no posting on Instagram, nothing like that. Hopefully I'll find a rest area or something later on with some Wi-Fi and maybe can update everybody. Well, I'm going to focus on driving because we are getting up into the mountains again. There's no snow on the ground or anything like that yet, but I have seen some warnings for snow tires or chains. But right now, all looks great. It's beautiful. So let's keep on trucking. So here's another little tidbit about driving through Canada. The rest areas are a little bit different. What you just saw in that last clip was a rest area, and basically they were permanent porta potties. From what I could tell, it seemed like when people would drive in, they would park in front of one to claim it, apparently. At least that's what it looked like, so that's what I did. Found one on the end, claimed it, and then left. So we've been in Canada for probably a few hours now. Most of the time we've been following this river, basically down in the valley of the mountains. I haven't turned roaming data on just yet, so I haven't been able to post anything, but I may do that here in a little while. I've still got about 7 hours to drive, so I'm sure there will be some more terrain changes by then. So another quick update. I'm down the road about 10 minutes from the rest areas I showed you. Came across this little town called Cache, I believe it was Cache Creek. I really don't need gas yet, but it is about 3:30 in the afternoon and I was getting hungry. And I happened to find Dairy Queen. Pulled in and got me a burger and some fries, and oh, it's so good. The only thing I've had today so far was a blueberry muffin from Starbucks this morning. On we go. That, my friends, was a little town called Clinton, British Columbia. Never thought I'd go through Clinton in Canada. Oh well. Good morning, YouTube friends and family. It is Thursday morning. Now before we get into today's video, let's end yesterday's video first. Long story short, got to the hotel very late last night due to a variety of issues. For the full story, check the description below. I did a whole video just about that. I did not feel like closing out yesterday's video. I went to bed. So this is the end of Wednesday's video right here.